We are all connected to the natural world we rely on. But by increasing the temperature and changing the chemistry of the ocean, consequences ripple out and have serious natural, social, and financial implications. These dangerous threats are described as hazards, and ocean risk is defined in terms of our exposure and vulnerability to those dangers. Whatever happens in the ocean inevitably affects all of us.
The ocean is an ecosystem, and if you affect that ecosystem, it responds. It's a fluid media and it's all interconnected. So if you change the temperature of the planet, you change the temperature of seawater, which changes the amount of oxygen it holds. If you alter the amount of carbon dioxide on Earth by releasing it into the atmosphere, that affects the chemistry balance in the ocean. Everything's connected.
The ripple effect is defined by connections between the changing climate landscape, changing hazards, and the changing risk landscape. As the ocean warms, modifications occur in multiple forms, each of which is a potential hazard that can cause damage to individuals, communities, businesses, and infrastructure.
And this was in realization that it is all connected.
Disasters from 2017 amounted to over $320 billion. In 2016, only 26% of disasters were covered by insurance. It's very much a key role of the insurance industry to better understand those risks and to utilise our expertise to develop solutions. So we provide funding for PhD students to undertake research in different areas of ocean risk.
And this can lead to massive fish mortalities that can...
Right now I'm developing my PhD in assessing the risk to aquaculture from harmful algal blooms. Harmful algal blooms is the increase of single species of phytoplankton or the presence of a highly toxic species that causes a negative effect to the environment, to the aquatic organisms, or to humans. The phytoplankton are consumed by other animals that can be small fish or some shellfish. These can be consumed by humans, and the accumulation of different toxins can represent a really high risk for the human health. Another effect is economics effect, because the increase of the biomass or the amount of a certain phytoplankton can influence in the fish physiology. This affects directly to the aquaculture industry.
I'm doing a PhD in the melting Greenland ice sheet and its implications for the ocean. The melting Greenland ice sheet would produce fresh water that then goes into the ocean, locally affecting the ocean properties and therefore the currents, and also in terms of increased number of icebergs in the North Atlantic. This has a risk to shipping and any other sort of stationary structures in the ocean, such as oil rigs.
We know the oceans are changing incredibly quickly, and we all have a really key role to play in developing the solutions to some of those problems.
It's actually quite incredible to think that when you change one thing, how many other things change. One of the biggest things we need to do is keep the pace up. IUCN has a really important role to play. We're in a perfect position to connect the science to people on the ground, to agencies and to governments, and tackle this issue, because the next generation is not going to look back favourably if we don't do more now.